is Janko. I'm a software engineer living in Slovenia. I have several years of experience with ASP.NET technologies and C# in particular. In this video, I want to show you how you can publish your website for free using a static site generator called Hugo, which is written in Go. And in the description of this video, you can find a link pointing to the article on my website, which goes over this. So if you prefer to read it, you can find it there. As far as the things that you are going to need, you need two things. One, you need to have Hugo installed, and that you can install it on whatever platform you want. So I have chosen Windows because most people are using Windows, but the process is very similar. You just Google it and install it. In the article, I gave away how you can install it on Windows, but it's just one Google search away. So once you have Hugo installed, you will also have to have Git installed and some sort of a source management solution. I'm using Git, but there are others as well, so like Gitbucket. Yeah, so that's about what we need. And so how this works is that I would suggest you go to this website, which will be in the description, Hugo, go hugo.io, and there you can see, for example, which themes are available, and they are all free, so you can choose the one that fits your business and what you want to do. So if you never coded in your life and code is confusing for you, maybe you can use the one which I have chosen, and then when you figure out how this is actually not that complicated, you can choose some other one. They're usually identical to set up, but some of them I have seen are slightly different, so you would find it out by choosing a theme, let's say this one, and then here you would find how to start, and then you would do that and it would be set up. But usually the process is the same. You also have documentation here if you want to find an answer to something. And so let's start. In order to start, you can go to your desktop or whichever other folder that you want to create this in, and you can open a terminal window which will pop up. And then in order to create a Hugo website, you would have to type Hugo new site and then the site name. I'll choose website and press enter. Now it should say that the site was successfully created. From here we need to change to that directory, so cd website. And now that we are here, we want to commit all of this to our future repository, and we do this by git init, git add, and the dot, which means everything inside of this folder, and then git commit -m, which means message, and then, for example, initial commit. After we do this, we need to add a theme. And so when you install Hugo, when you create a website with Hugo, no theme is installed. So you would go, like I have shown, go there and find the one you like and then follow the instruction. But I have one which I'm going to use, which is a simple one, just to show you how this works, and then you can choose another one if you want. So process usually involves you typing this, which means you want to add a submodule, git submodule to your project, and to which location, to themes, and the theme name. So I'll press enter and this will clone it, and now it's set up. So we need to tell Hugo which theme we are going to use, and to change the files, I mean to make changes, you can use whichever code editor you prefer. I'm using Visual Studio Code, but you can use Sublime Text, you can use whatever you prefer. So if you use Visual Studio Code, there is a shortcut to open this folder inside of it. So you would write code and then the dot, and it will open this folder inside of Visual Studio Code. And from here we can go on to change some things. So the first thing we need to change is we need to set up a theme. So you would go to config.toml, and inside of here you would add theme is equal to, and in our case it's Anubis. So once you do that, you can save it, and I'll open a terminal window inside of Visual Studio Code. You can also use this one, but if your editor allows for this, it's great. So now we can run our site because it's set up. It's that easy. It's not really that complicated. Anybody can do it. So in order to run it, we can type Hugo space and serve. This will run a server which will be available on this address locally. We can copy it, go to a new tab, and see our website. So this is our website. It's really not that complicated, but it's just an example. So you can customize it, add additional CSS, add different pages, add newsletters, add videos, pictures, whatever, like a WordPress site. Just the difference is this is serverless, so that's why you can publish it for free, and it's really great. So the thing we need to do now that we have set up the site, let's say we want to add a new post to our site. So the thing we can do is we can stop the server, and then we want to add a new post. So how do we do that? We just write Hugo. We write Hugo and then new post slash the name of the post. So let's say hello world.md. And you may ask why MD? So because there is no SQL, all of the data is inside of the MD files, and this is great because we don't actually need SQL to make an awesome site. So if you go to content and find that file which has been created, you can see a few things. You can see the title of the post, you can see the date, and you can see the draft. So because we want to see the post, we will change this to false, and then we will say, for example, some text inside. In order to bold the text, you would do two stars and then first post, and then another 2 stars, and then hello world. Here you can find shortcodes to add images, to add code highlighting, to do basically anything. You can even type in the regular HTML. But for now, let's say this is enough. We'll save it, and we can run server again. So Hugo serve, and now we'll be able to see our post. So if I refresh here, we see our post. So let's say that we added about us, we added like with other themes, they're already pre-set up, so they have most of the things you will need. This one is just an example. So let's say you did all of this, and now you want to publish your site for free. How would we do this? Well, first of all, we need to stop the server and do a command which is Hugo -d, which will create a public folder here. We'll build it again, and when you do this, now you need to create a GitHub repository. I'm going to show you how. So you would go to your GitHub, you would click new, you will give it some name, let's say website, make it public, and create repository. Now you can copy this URL URL, not URL, but this command, this URL, so that you don't waste time. Go back to Visual Studio Code and paste it. So this will connect our GitHub repository to our project. And another thing we have to do before publishing changes is actually to add a git ignore file. So git ignore, and inside of the git ignore we'll just write public and slash. So that means that the public folder will be ignored. And we need to create another file, which is netlify.toml, and this file will have the Hugo version. So to find out the Hugo version, you can say Hugo version, and you will get the version here. So you would write inside of this file this, and then you would copy the actual version. So you can save the file, and that's it. Now we can publish these changes. So we can do git init, git add, and a dot, git commit minus message, first real commit, for example, enter, and then the git push origin and git push set upstream origin stable. So just a second, let me connect to the internet again. So we would do this, and now we have committed our repository and we have the code here. So the only thing left to do is to actually publish it, and we are going to use Netlify for this. Netlify is free, and it works great. So you would make an account, log in, and from there you can click on the add new site and import an existing project. You would choose whichever source management solution you're using. In my case, it's GitHub, and then the new pop-up will appear, and I'll just add my repository, which is website, and then I'll click save, and it appeared here, so I will choose it, and the branch is right, and I will just click deploy site. This will build it, and it takes some time. It may fail, and if it fails, you need to add well, you don't, because we already added the Hugo version, so it's okay. Now it should work. The robots are going to commit all the files to their servers, and we can see our site. It will just take a minute or two to do that. We can see the deploy log messages, and now in about a few seconds it should be over. Okay, it says that site is live. You can go back and you can click preview. And so you can see that our site is live. The only thing that is left to do is to change the uh, to take this URL and go back to our netlify.toml. Our config.toml and change this to that URL. So this is our base URL. Save that and then do git init, git add dot git commit -m fixed base URL git push origin. So whenever you make a change, the site will automatically build again. So if you come here, it should show you that the new commit has been made and that building is in progress. So again, we'll wait a bit. It should build it, and it says the site is live. Now if I refresh this, here is our site. So then that's it. Basically you can then go and set up the custom domain which you bought, and basically this way is free. It's very fast. These websites are amazing, and I think this is the future. So that was it for this video. If you've encountered an issue, you can ask me personally by the links that I have on my website, and I hope it was helpful for you. So until next time, have a great one. Bye.